Hey, before someone get really hurt, you'll get sued because we Americans won't stand for the abuse. Now, it states here, Reebok is reportedly dropping their endorsement for DiJonai Carrington after she attacked Sophie Cunningham. Let's go. Oh my God, it's getting real. It is getting very much real for in the field for them pock.
What you're about to hear is one of the most shocking stories in sports marketing. According to the claims being discussed, Reebok has reportedly ended its partnership with DiJonai Carrington after weeks of controversy surrounding her on-court play, including accusations of unnecessary physicality and hard fouls. The story goes even further, claiming the company not only removed Carrington from its marketing campaigns, but also offered Caitlin Clark a massive new signature deal, making her the new face of the brand. Supporters say the player many believed was unfairly targeted has now landed the biggest opportunity, while reports also claim Carrington was devastated after learning Clark would replace her. If true, it would mark a dramatic shift in the basketball business world and spark major conversations across the WNBA. Welcome back to the channel, where we cover the biggest stories and debates in basketball. Be sure to like this video, subscribe for more updates, and let's dive into this incredible story surrounding Caitlin Clark and DiJonai Carrington.
Black people, but when black people do some foolishness, they got to be held accountable just like any other damn race. And I'm telling you right now, she need to be held accountable. So Reebok, stick it to her. Stick it to her, because what she did was ruined a brand deal like no other. She ain't even all that on the basketball court anyways. Common sense would have told you not to clothesline Sophie Cunningham from hell. Because you want to know why? The backlash you're going to get from that decision will affect your pockets. And I'm so happy that these brands are now seeing what we've been seeing. A whole lot of BS going on from these players. And I'm telling you right now, more players need to lose brand deals when they do stupidity, especially to Caitlin Clark. I don't know who the hell Alyssa Thomas got, but she got somebody. And I'm telling you right now, them brand deals need to be affected and possibly.
According to the story being shared, the reported shift began after months of growing controversy surrounding physical play in the WNBA. Many fans expressed frustration over a series of hard fouls and aggressive on-court moments, including the widely discussed flagrant to foul involving Sophie Cunningham. Critics argued that several incidents were not handled firmly enough by league officials, leading to the belief that some players face little accountability for their actions. The narrative claims DiJonai Carrington appeared confident that there would be no serious consequences. But many supporters pointed out that a professional athlete ultimately answers not only to referees or the league, but also to the fans and the companies investing millions of dollars in sponsorships. As videos of the controversial plays spread rapidly across social media, they reportedly attracted millions of views and sparked heated debates across basketball communities. According to these claims, many consumers voiced their disappointment online and urged Reebok to reconsider its relationship with Carrington, arguing that the brand should represent athletes who inspire fans both on and off the court. The story further alleges that company executives closely monitored the public reaction, reviewed marketing data, and concluded that the growing backlash had turned Carrington into a business risk rather than a valuable brand ambassador. Reports claim Reebok responded by ending her endorsement agreement, canceling future signature product plans, removing her from promotional campaigns, and notifying her representatives that the partnership was over. The narrative then says the company immediately shifted its attention to Caitlin Clark, whose popularity has continued to soar through record-breaking television ratings. sold-out arenas, strong merchandise sales, and enormous fan support across the country. According to the report, executives believed Clark represented the strongest commercial opportunity in women's basketball and decided to redirect the entire endorsement budget toward her, even increasing the proposed investment. Whether every detail of these claims proves accurate or not, the story has fueled major discussion among basketball fans, with many viewing it as a powerful example of how public image, fan support, and marketability can significantly influence major endorsement decisions in professional sports.
To drop their endorsement for DiJonai Carrington after she attacked Sophie Cunningham. Now, this was from earlier this morning. Oh, yes. Now, this right here was from this morning as well. So, as you guys can see, there might be a little merit to this argument. Just might be. DiJonai Carrington has cast a check that has written a check she just can't cash. Now, Emmanuel Acho had some words for DiJonai.
First and foremost, respect to DiJonai, because I actually appreciate somebody that can come to a conversation with a little bit of intellect. So I appreciate that first and foremost. Kudos to you, DiJonai Carrington. And also, I do not stand with those that are coming at you and attacking your personhood. Attack the action, but don't attack the person. So let me also preface with that. With that being said, DiJonai, you can't act as though you discovered the moon. You can't act as though you are the genius in a room and everybody else is idiotic. What I mean by that is, if you are going to suggest that we should think critically about a statement, white privilege, when you at the Indiana Fever, you didn't give us much to think critically about. You uttered a phrase, white privilege, of which is both incredibly inflammatory and also a very volatile word, but you didn't give us any context. So now we, as the interpreter, since you posted it publicly on Threads for the world to see, we, the interpreter, now have to try to figure out what exactly were you talking about? Well, common sense would deduce that you were talking about fouling a white individual and getting ejected for fouling that white individual. Now, as I said on social media, and I will say in real life, if that is not what you were talking about implying, then that's on me. I will stand down and I will stand corrected. But the last thing I must again reiterate, we live in a speaker-oriented country. Speaker-oriented, receiver-oriented. Speaker-oriented country. It is on you, the speaker, to be clear, to be direct, and to be obvious with what you are speaking about. It is not on the receiver, the reader, or the listener. If we were in a listener-oriented country, completely different. Onus is on me. America is a speaker-oriented country, so the onus is on you.
According to the story being circulated, Reebok's reported decision to back Caitlin Clark was seen by many as more than just a sponsorship move. It was described as a major business strategy aimed at strengthening the company's image and expanding its reach in women's basketball. The narrative claims that instead of allowing the controversy to damage the brand, the company turned the situation into a powerful marketing opportunity by investing in one of the sport's biggest stars. Reports further allege that DiJonai Carrington learned about the end of her partnership and Clark's reported replacement through media reports and management updates, making the news even more difficult to process. The story claims the moment was emotionally overwhelming, with unnamed sources describing frustration and anger behind the scenes after realizing that the player she had been competing against on the court had reportedly secured the endorsement opportunity she once held. According to these claims, the experience served as a reminder of how quickly the business side of professional sports can change, where public perception and brand value often carry as much weight as athletic performance. Meanwhile, the report says Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham chose not to engage publicly, allowing their performances and growing popularity to speak for themselves. When asked about the situation, Sophie was said to have responded with a smile rather than harsh words, reinforcing the idea that success is often the strongest response. Supporters argue that major companies look for athletes who can inspire fans, represent their brand positively, and drive long-term growth, making reputation just as important as talent. Whether every detail of these reports is ultimately confirmed or not, The story has sparked widespread debate among basketball fans, highlighting how endorsements, public image, and fan support can dramatically shape an athlete's commercial future.
For fouling that white individual. Now, as I said on social media, and I will say in real life, if that is not what you were talking about implying, then that's on me. I will stand down and I will stand corrected. But the last thing I must again reiterate, we live in a speaker-oriented country. Speaker-oriented, receiver-oriented. Speaker-oriented country. It is on you, the speaker, to be clear, to be direct, and to be obvious with what you are speaking about. It is not on the receiver, the reader, or the listener. If we were in a listener-oriented country, completely different. Onus is on me. America is a speaker-oriented country, so the onus is on you. If you want to tweet out white privilege with no context and simply assume that we should try to understand what you're talking about, you didn't say much for us to figure out what you're talking about, so you allowed the whole world to run with it. Last thing I will say is very simply, so many people have asked you, amongst others, well, then what are you talking about? We still have yet to get a response. All that DiJonai, you have told us is, hey, I wasn't talking about the foul. Well then, what were you talking about? I refuse to believe, on behalf of everybody that is confused, we're not all idiots and you are the one genius in the room. That's just not the case. So I say this with all respect. I respect your intelligence. I respect your response. And you currently on the court hooping. So respect to you. But there's still a lot of errors in your thought process and thought pattern.
So that was Emmanuel Acho. Now, Fox News had a situation to where they wasn't backing down either with DiJonai Carrington. Let me play a little bit of this right here. So this was Fox News this morning speaking about this DiJonai Carrington situation. And let's give it a buzz.
Responding to the white privilege post, saying in part, I've never once claimed that the assessment of the foul was white privilege. That was your assumption. Try exercising your critical thinking skills. I know you studied psych. I would never use that term as a rhetorical weapon, knowing the historical and social weight it holds without having the proper evidence to substantiate it. Sage, she posted that and is now claiming it didn't apply to the foul that was called or the ejection. I mean, come on.
My goodness. Well, all the evidence that we need is right there on X, where she posted it and tagged the Indiana Fever just 30 minutes after she was rightfully ejected after this flagrant 2 foul. But you know, we should not be surprised at this point, Laura, considering the way that this league is being led. If the commissioner of the WNBA refuses to stand up for women, to define a woman, she probably should not be leading a women's basketball league. But that is the problem. No leadership. I mean, this is crisis PR 101, right? You own the issue. They deep down know they've screwed it up. You explain it, and then you describe exactly what you're going to do to fix it quickly. They have gotten themselves into this position. What you said is exactly right. They deserve all of the criticism that they are receiving for simply refusing.
According to the story, Caitlin Clark never responded with trash talk or public celebrations. Instead, she stayed focused on basketball while her team handled the business side. Supporters believe that professionalism is one of the reasons brands continue to invest in her. The report claims Reebok's decision shows that companies value positive public image, strong fan support, and marketability just as much as talent. It also suggests that repeated controversy can hurt an athlete's commercial opportunities, while consistent performance and professionalism can create even bigger ones. Whether these claims are fully confirmed or not, the story has sparked a major debate among fans. What do you think? Did Reebok make the right move, and should sponsors place more importance on sportsmanship when choosing the athletes they represent? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more basketball updates.